Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sunny, and behind me are my friends Nolan and Logan. They're currently taking the wheels off. Today is everything brakes. So if you're watching my Sunday drive series, you would know that I put my brake rotors on backwards. So not front to back, but left to right. If you don't know, on E36 M3s, they have directional rotors. I'll put up a diagram on screen. I saw that diagram, I read it backwards, and now we're doing the brakes again because I plan to track in this car and need to make sure the rotors are the right way so I get proper brake cooling on the track so I don't get excessive fade. So we're gonna do kind of a quick little DIY refresher for any guys that need it. On front brakes, move to the rear, swap around, show like the whole process what we're doing, and then we're to wrap and be done. Okay, so first step is you're gonna wanna do the caliper pins, which on the back here, right here, you'll see there's gonna be a dust cap, which we have off already. There's one and then two down here. So you're just gonna take a 7mm Allen key and you're gonna get the caliper sliding pins off. And they should slide off pretty easily. They're 7mm, especially if they're lubed up like they're supposed to be. So we're gonna pull those off and then we'll show you what we're gonna do next.
Go that bag.
Okay, so we got these sliding pins out. They're just kind of loose there. I do want to note, obviously we're assuming that you have the car in the air and you have the lugs loosened. Please loosen your lugs while it is on the ground. You don't want to be trying to break them all while you're in the air. That sucks. So the next step is we're going to get this little bracket off for the caliper. Actually, you probably could do this first. You know, movement in your caliper, but yeah.
That's what it looks like it's catching down there.
Take the pin out. There. All right. Normally it's not supposed to be this difficult. We're just dumb. So anyway, we got this out. Caliper sliding pins are out. Oh, also don't forget brake pad wear sensor. It just pops out like that. And then when you go to put it back in, you slide it in. But we're just gonna kind of let it hang out for the time being. So the caliper sliding pins off. Got the sliding pins. So we're gonna go do the other one. All right, got them both off. Make sure that these should be lubricated, but if they're not, they might be a little stuck. So just kind of work them a little bit. Now that we have these off, caliper just slides off. Oh, it's a bit of a tight fix. We got carbon ceramic pads in here already, so it's taking a pad with us here. All right, there we go. So with this, generally, I would say you want to set the caliper up on something so you're not just hanging it by the brake line. We're gonna kind of get it onto here, and then with the brake pads, if you are swapping brake pads around like we are, you really want to make sure the pads stay with the side of the rotor they broke in with. Your brake pads, when they break in, they bond to the surface of the rotor, so that's why we're swapping the pads around with the rotors. You have to make sure they stay the same, otherwise you'll get uneven braking, brake squealing, all those things, which none of what you really want. So we're gonna go ahead and get these pads out of here and set this up and show you what we're doing next. Okay, so now we got the caliper set up here. Do not recommend this really. You should get brakes or something, but it'll work for now. So now we have an 18, oh, this is 19, but if you replace your bolts they haven't replaced before, they're gonna be 18s. If they have not, they're gonna be 16s. The newer style bolt is an 18 bolt, which is what I have, so that's what we're gonna be using.
This is where you need to show a picture of it.
Back here, you got it, it's fine. Yeah, we got them back here. We're gonna pull these out, and then this caliper piece, the bracket here, is gonna pop off. Now. Oh wait, am I going?
No. Let the screen go black. Is it off?
Oop.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What? You're fine.
Oh no, I see. It's just turning. Is that?
No, it's because you still have padding.
Okay. All right. So we got our thing off. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of stick the bolts, leave them in there. So the next step, the thing you're gonna do after you got this guy out, is take this little 6mm Allen key off. Then your rotor is just gonna pop off.
You do that at any point, by the way.
Tell me you loosened that.
I loosened it.
Oh,
I went to loosen them all before you did.
All right, point the camera back at me.
I am.
Oh, all right.
I think the screen went black.
Yeah.
It's very ineffective.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, we're taking the 6mm. Okay, yeah, there we go.
You think?
Now we got a low guy off. Don't lose this guy. That would suck. You won't be able to find these anywhere. Oh yeah, don't touch that. Okay, so now we got a rotor off, and we are gonna kind of.
Don't touch that.
There we go. Alright, that's on there.
Where it was at.
So now with the rotor, like I said before, we're gonna make sure that our pads are on the correct orientation on the rotor. And the cooling vanes, by the way, are supposed to go like this. So before they're catching it backwards, right? You're not really cooling it. You want them like this so it can catch the air and whip it around the rotor to cool it off. So that's how this, you know, this is the passenger side.
Absolutely destroying his pants.
And we had it on the, oh yeah. Yeah, we had this wrong. So we're gonna flop this over, and we remembered that which pad, one on the outside, which one on the inside. And then we're gonna button this stuff and show you what we're gonna do on the rear.
It does.
It's okay, guys. I'm a little goofball here. Okay, so we got the front swapped around now. We're at the proper orientation. A couple things I didn't really mention. If you're putting new brake pads on, you're gonna have to compress the piston. If I have any B-roll of it, I'll throw it up on screen. Basically, you're gonna take one of the old pads, put it against a piston, and with a 4-inch C-clamp, you're gonna basically tighten it down with the brake reservoir open. You have to make sure the brake reservoir is open so that you don't create any air bubbles in your lines. Okay guys, so we kind of just had a mega big brain moment here. Let me show you what we're doing. So we took a look here. That's the right way. So I think we just had, I just got the fronts backwards because that's the proper way. So we're not going to be messing with the rear brakes since we don't have to. But since for this video, I guess I figured we should make it longer. Let me show you the stopping capabilities of the Hawk HPS 5.0 pads because they are freaking awesome. Alright guys, so we're going to be hopping on the freeway here. I'm going to do a couple of brake tests for you. Once I get some track time under these pads and really start to kind of use them, I'm going to do like a full video dedicated to reviewing these pads, in my opinion, of cold bite versus how they bite when they're warm, squeak level, all that sort of thing. But so far, I've been very happy with these brake pads. So I kind of just wanted to show you guys, you know, how good are they? So we're going to speed up here. Also, if you guys didn't know, I got new front tires and rim because the one was bent, and oh my god, it feels like infinitely better. So we're going to speed up here to about 75. There's no one directly behind me, by the way, so this is perfectly safe. Speed up again. Alright, pads are definitely warm now. So, now we're going to go for a pull. Behind us for a little while, so let's go ahead and see how it goes. They brake pretty good. I'm pretty happy with these pads. So now that I showed you what these pads are like, let's go ahead and cut to past me and wrap up. Alright, so that concludes the video. Unfortunately, we didn't really do the rears, but I guess that's why this video is called How Not to Do Brakes in E36 M3, because this is how you don't this is how you don't do brakes on an E36 M3. How I got the front ones backwards and the rear's not, I don't know. I mean, I even had a diagram and everything, but
she's not the brightest. I
mean, for all I knew, I have a nonverbal learning disability. That could have been a map to the nearest McDonald's. But without anything else, I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed.